This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. So good morning, everyone. It is my joy to be with you this morning, and welcome to those who are online. I today am going to talk about this is your day. So it's not just, it is the day the Lord has made, and the Lord has made this day for you. Take that in for a second. This day, when the sun rose up this morning, and the day began, this day is created by and for you. Wow. For me, that's a lot to take in. So while I was driving down here this morning from Prescott, I'm seeing all the green, and I'm going, this is so cool. You know, oh, look, that's the color green. You know, because on the 17, you don't see the color green very often. And so, you know, just driving down here and rejoicing in all that is there, all that is here. And rejoicing in the fact that I get to come and be with you guys this morning. It was like, oh, I'm so happy. So this is the day that the Lord has made. This is your day. And the topic this month is the power of enlightened solutions and the power of will. And so I thought about that, and I thought about, how does this all kind of go together? The power of enlightened solutions, because we are co-creators, and we co-create our experiences. We co-create this world that we live in. And so what does that look like? And so I went back to our master teacher, Jesus, and it was like, what did Jesus teach us about this? About the power of enlightened solutions. And I went, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. He didn't say, I am the light of the world. Good luck. Right? He said, I am the light of the world, and you are the light of the world. What does it mean to be the light of the world? So Jesus said, let's see if it's coming up. I'm sorry, I apparently have lost my place. Oh, here it is. Great. Make that bigger. Jesus said, no one lights a lamp and hides it in a clay jar or puts it under a bed. Instead, they put it on a stand so that those who come in can see the light. For there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. Therefore, consider carefully how you listen. Whoever has will be given more. Whoever does not have, what they have will be taken from them. The part of this that I really want to focus on is the part about the light and hiding our light under a clay jar or we probably are more familiar with hiding it under a bushel basket, right? But to put it out on a table. And it's not just to put it out on a table so that we can see. It's to put it out on a table so that everyone can see. How do we put that light? How do we put our light out on a table? And I think it really has to do with how we show up. That when we show up from a consciousness of, this is my day. What if we woke up in the morning and said, this is my day. The Lord has made this day for me. What a gift. What am I going to do with that gift? Where am I going to put my light? Where am I going to, what table stand is my light going to stand on today? So how do we light that light within us? One way that we light that light within us is through our thoughts. Through the thoughts that we cast out. And Jesus has a parable about that. He says, let's see. Oops, it has to open. And again he began to teach by the sea. Such a very large crowd gathered around him that he got into a boat on the sea and sat there, while the whole crowd was beside the sea on the land. He began to teach them many things in parables, and in his teachings he said to them, listen, a sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seed fell on the path, and the birds came out and ate it up. Other seed fell on rocky ground, where it did not have much soil, and it sprang up quickly, since it had no depth of soil. And when the sun rose, it was scorched, and since it had no root, it withered away. Other seed fell among the thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no grain. Other seed fell on good soil and brought forth grain, growing up and increasing and yielding 30 and 60 and 100-fold. And he said, if you have ears to hear, then hear. So when we think about this parable of the seeds, I like to think about our thoughts as those seeds. Our thoughts are constantly being thrown out. Now, some of those thoughts, we would like them to throw out on hard ground and not take root, right? And some of those thoughts, we really want them to be in nourished soil. And the way that we nourish that soil is by the consciousness that we bring to the thought. So yesterday I was doing board development for another ministry, and I was reminded of something, and I just went, oh, I haven't heard that in years, but it's really true. So I have this thing where when I ask people how they are, they're not allowed to tell me good. Because good just means the same thing as fine. Only we haven't come up with an acronym for good yet. But it's that kind of that automatic response. I'm good. So I had told them that when we check in, you're not allowed to say the word good. And so, as a joke, the minister, on the second day, the minister says, when I say, okay, so let's check in, how are you doing? She goes, good. And I went, no. And somebody else in the room off the screen said, what's your second thought? And I went, oh, I haven't heard that in a long time. And the idea is that we're not really responsible for that first thought, because the first thought can come from the unconscious mind. And it's kind of that reactive thought. But the second thought, that's where we have conscious choice. We can stop that first thought right in its tracks. Let that seed fall on dry ground. We're not going to fertilize it. We're not going to water it. We're not going to do anything with it because we don't want it to take root. We're going to fertilize and water and nurture the thoughts that we choose to have. Because it's those thoughts that we choose to have that actually create our experience. So I'm going to use an example from today. So, of course, not of course, for the first time in 9 years of going out and speaking at different ministries, I was running late this morning. And I thought, okay, I just have to turn this over. And so I just turned it over. And I was thinking about this. I was thinking about the seeds that we cast out. And there's another parable about sowing seeds where Jesus says, so when you sow seeds, you don't go out and dig it up and look to see, does it have roots yet? What's happening? You know, that we have to let it go and allow the process to take place. And he says, first the roots, then the stalk, then the head, and then the full head, and then you harvest. So there's like this process that goes on. And so I was thinking about the letting go piece. Now, I could obsess as I'm driving down 17. What time is it? What time is it? How much farther do I have? What does the GPS say about when I'm going to get there? Or I could let go of it. So I'm choosing to let go of it, right? And then I get to this point and it says, southbound 101 closed. Excuse me? What do you mean the southbound 101 is closed? So quickly, I'm on my GPS going directions to Unity Spiritual Center, Sun City. And it took me on a detour that, you know, and so it's like I could obsess. I could go, oh my gosh, I've got this detour. Oh my gosh, am I really gonna be late? And it's like, just breathe and let it go. What can you do in this moment? You know, and so just really being in that place of letting go. Now, obviously, I made it here in plenty of time, right? So worrying about it wasn't going to do me any good. And so I chose to just be happy and sing and scoot my little self down here. And I got on the detour, I got to see a part of this area that I've never been in before. And I went, wow, this is really pretty. Wow. Kind of glad I got this detour. I might want to take this detour some other times just to be able to see this. The thoughts that we hold create that experience. And when we come to our day with the idea that this is the day that the Lord has made just for me, it's a gift. And how am I going to shine my light in this day? What are the ways that I am going to really allow that light to come forth and to just radiate out? Who can I bless with my light? And so this week, I invite you to wake up every morning, and as one of my favorite ministers would say, she would ask the question, do you wake up in the morning and say, good morning, God? Or do you wake up in the morning and say, oh, God, good morning? To wake up every day and go, this is the day, this is my day that the Lord has made just for me. And I'm going to let my light shine. I'm going to let my light shine wherever it wants to shine. And I'm going to be present to that. And I'm going to rejoice in it. God bless you.